This is a Left Unread Channel 5 Action News Update. The COVID-19 Omicron variant has officially reached Left Unread Studios, where co-host Cameron is dead. Now, let's send it to Kim. Your thoughts.
Oh, man. I gotta be honest with you. Being dead is pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. Two thumbs way up.
Yeah, well, you know, I've always been sort of one of those, like, Tim Burton-y, fingerless glove type of guys, so this is kind of right up my alley. Heaven
Yeah,
is...
you are looking
is
very, very pale with strange contraptions for hands. Right up Tim Burton's alley, too.
Heaven is a hot topic, my friend, and let's just say that I'm with my people now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, Cam has COVID.
Yeah, I have COVID, so I apologize in advance for any sounds or extra labored breathing. Yeah, so I think the main reason we are doing the episode today is because you may have noticed that we didn't put out an episode yesterday when we normally would have. And part 3 of the Sengoku series is on delay for another few days.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like, and I guess technically still don't feel like I could talk for 90 minutes about anything convincingly. Yeah. So, yeah, Omicron sucks, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I don't know. I got it.
Yep.
And I'm vaccinated. Don't worry. We're not those types of people.
Yeah.
But I hadn't had my booster yet.
Yeah, we're a couple vax pigs. Some vax cuts.
Yeah, dude, we're a couple of sluts for Fauci, dude. We just want to suck him dry. Yeah. So for the past, I'm a Christmas celebrant, not like just I like the food and stuff. Yeah. And so 2 days before Christmas, I wasn't feeling good, and I took a take-home test, and there you go. And
your conditions deteriorated rapidly based on our texting. It was like, you're like, damn, I guess I have COVID. And then like literally like, I think like 6 hours later or something like that, you texted me, you're like, damn, I really don't feel good. And then like the next day you were just like, I am fucking dying.
Yeah, dude. And I guess that's sort of the MO with Omicron, is that it hits hard and fast, but not as hard as, the first few waves of COVID. So like, especially if you're vaccinated, it won't achieve the same level of, destruction on your lungs and stuff. And I'm already recuperating. I'm already feeling better. But it over the course of like one day, it went from like, this cough feels a little more intense than normal. And then, around 4 o'clock, I was like, I actually feel a little weird. Yeah. And I took the test, and then, by that night I was like achy and laid out. It was a very quick come up.
Honestly, kind of swag to have gotten like super sick from legacy COVID. You know what I mean? Like at this point, like if you like April 2020 or something like that, like March 2020, if you bit the, kick the old bucket back then, it's actually, honestly, it's pretty kind of cool.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is this isn't cool.
Well, I mean, everybody's getting Omicron now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I know a bunch of people already that have like gotten it and like are vaccinated.
Yeah.
And then like kind of had like what you had, where they were like really sick for like 4 or 5 days, and then they're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already starting to feel better. So it's just this fucking cough, man. It's like pervasive.
Well, dude, it's funny, So, like, I get kind of like a little cough from like a medication that I'm on. It's like a normal side effect.
Yeah, because you got like big dickitis.
Yeah, yeah,
You have
yeah.
to take that dick suppressant.
It's to make my, generally speaking, when I get an erection, I pass out from the blood rushing from my head. So this keeps it manageable. But so like there'll be like maybe once or twice a day, I'll just like cough like a few times in a few minutes. Yeah. And like since Omicron started, like those people they'll like look at me. I'm just like, oh no, this is not that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so I have a similar, like, I routinely get, like, a dry, light cough this time of year, just because of, I don't know, it's just, like, a seasonal thing. I get, like, post-nasal drip, whatever. But that's, like, a really mild, kind of benign thing. It's usually just in the morning, right? So I turn on my humidifier, and that helps and whatever. So it was weird, because I had a cough for, like, days.
Yeah.
That was normal. And had no other symptoms, had no exposure, was masking in public and masking at work and whatever, but had no real reason to suspect. And then it was like the day that I woke up and got tested, like I knew, like there was a massive difference. Like I woke up that morning and coughed so hard that like I saw stars and was like dizzy. And I was like, okay, well that's different than like a little dry cough in the morning. That's like a desperate cough.
Yeah, and, your body's like desperately trying to get something out of its fucking
lungs.
But
there's like nothing there. It's still dry. There's maybe a little bit of sputum, but it's mostly just nothing. Yeah. And so you're just like hacking away with this dry cough, and so I was like, okay, this doesn't seem right. And like I texted my sister, and she was like, you should get tested before you come home for Christmas. And I was like, yeah,
good idea.
So, I was out doing some last-minute shopping, and I popped into a CVS, and they just happened to have a bunch of take-home tests, which I know are not...
Yeah, that's crazy, because you couldn't get them anywhere down here.
Yeah, well, you couldn't get them anywhere up here either. Yeah. Like, they must have just gotten some, and it was just coincidence that I was there. And, I was, like, in Burlington, where I work, and was, like, 2 hours out from my shift, and was just, like, planning on, like... taking these quickly and putting my mind at ease because, me, I'm kind of a hypochondriac. Yeah. And so I ended up having to call work and be like, hey, I don't know why, but I just, like, didn't expect it to come back positive. Because I've been through, like, I've had a roommate who's had COVID twice. Yep. Stayed clean the whole time, never got COVID. Made it through, like, the big whole first wave and Delta and all that stuff, never got COVID. So it was, but everyone's getting Omicron. That's the thing. Yeah. Omicron is just like so infectious. I guess we should try to make this into like a PSA. You guys should go out, and if you're not vaccinated and you're not boosted, you should make your appointments. I know, because fucking
there's nobody to convince at this point. We've been stuck at like the same number as a country for months. It's like if you've gotten it, you're gonna get it, and if like the vaccine, and if you haven't gotten it, like. Those two dumbasses tell people that's not going to change anything.
Well, whatever, do it because, I don't know. I know people that weren't vaccinated that hopefully will get vaccinated now. Yeah. It sucks. Specifically the person who got me sick, who, will remain nameless. I know who you are. And, I missed Christmas, so fucking get your shit together.
Yeah, it sucks that you missed Christmas. That's a bummer. But you know what? Here at Left on Red, we hope all of you, fine listeners, had a good one.
Yeah, if you celebrate, we hope you had a nice Christmas, or at least enjoyed like a nice day off and watched some movies and got some fucking Chinese food. If you don't, like,
also a good way to spend a day. Yeah,
yeah, like. Unfortunately, that is one of the religious holidays that gets prioritized for days off. But the upside to that is, hopefully, you got a day off and you got to do whatever makes you happy on a day that you don't have to do your stupid fucking job. So.
Yeah. Now, what's cool though is that the CDC has just decided to completely forgo, any sort of health and safety protocols. And make a totally business-oriented decision. Yeah. Where Cam, now that your fever's gone, you're pretty much like what, like 3 days out from returning to work. Who knows if you're still fucking contagious?
So I'm actually probably not still contagious, but yeah, I am still symptomatic. So I'm not. I could have technically, if I was asymptomatic, I could have technically gone back to work today.
Yeah. Well, no. So if you've had a fever, it has to be 5 days now since your fever subsided.
I don't know that I ever had a fever. I mean, I might have had a little bit of one, but I never felt feverish. I couldn't find my thermometer, and I didn't feel feverish, so I didn't bother. If I had like maybe started getting really chilled or whatever, but no, that was never one of my symptoms. I had some other fun ones though.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard about them quite a few times.
Yeah, dude. I pooped a lot. Like a lot, you know. And the first full day that I like had symptoms, all I ate was a garden salad with some grilled chicken. Dude, you would have thought that I had like the fucking like Indian buffet at like a $5 buffet, you know, like spent as little money.
The Sunday brunch at the local Indian restaurant.
Dude, right? Like, just like out back, like, was like, you guys got anything you're about to toss? And like had that. You would have thought that I like dumpster dove at the Indian buffet. And I was like, it was just running through me, that fucking salad. And then it was just like that for like 3 days. It was awful.
Yeah, that sucks ass, bro. That sucks so bad.
Yeah, the whole thing sucks wicked bad, dude. I sound less demented today than I did, but dude, I sounded crazy for like a couple days. I was like, like I sounded like some sort of weird, like pitch shifted Sylvester Stallone, right? Like Andre the. It's not my fault I'm the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise. Yeah. So. Anyway, this is just our PSA episode.
We're just bullshitting for like 20 minutes and then
figured we should put something out.
Yeah.
That was like, hey, we didn't quit the show, and here's our unfortunately valid reason for not recording that full long episode. I'm already feeling like I'm tired from talking this much.
Yeah.
Because I've been sitting by myself. Like, I get phone calls and stuff, but I'm not using my voice. Yeah. Which is nice. I'm just sleeping like 12 hours a night.
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, dude, honestly, like, so I started a new job, and I have to wake up at, like, it starts, like, wicked early.
Yeah.
So I'm up at, like, 5 in the morning. Man, let me tell you, dude, once it hits about, usually about this time, honestly, like, maybe, like, 8:30, especially, I just went to the gym when I got back. It's like, damn, I'm really about to fucking go to bed at this fucking time.
Yeah. How's the job going, though?
That's pretty sweet. Honestly, I thought I would hate starting this early. But even at my last job, when I had, like, a wicked busy day, I would always go in early as opposed to stay late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather go in at 6 or 6:30 and still get out at, 4:30, which is my normal time there. But this one, I just literally start at 6:30. It's actually nice. I don't really mind at all. So
you start at 6:30. Do you go till 5?
So right now, as I'm training, I'm working 5 days a week, so it's 5 8-hour days. So it's like 6:30 to 3. Like, getting out at 3 is wicked swag. Because, I have to drive through a pretty big city to get back home.
Yeah.
And this, makes it, much easier than, if it was 5 o'clock.
Right.
But eventually I'll switch to, 4 10-hour days. And I'll probably do, 6 to 4 once that happens. So, still not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, the 4-day work week is going to be sweet.
I know.
You're going to love that.
Fuck yeah.
You're going to be a little 4-day boy.
Yeah, a little 3-day weekend every weekend, boy.
Just a little pink shrimp just curled up with your 4-day schedule.
Yeah, dude, just getting all comfy. So I watched
your little claws.
Yeah, so I watched the card counter over a little Christmas break, dude. You gotta check that out.
It's the amazing. Oscar Isaac flick.
Yeah, it's about a former Abu Ghraib prison guard torturer who goes to jail and gets out and turns to gambling to deal with his guilt.
That's awesome.
It includes a scene with him and Willem Dafoe engaging in some fisheye lens Abu Ghraib torture while black metal just blasts.
That's cool.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That should just be the movie.
Very, very claustrophobic.
They should do a prequel. That's just that. It's just they play the whole Panzer Division Marduk album and just like right wing black metal and.
Yeah, dude. Hold up. Fucking friend of the pod, Patrick, made a wicked good tweet about kind of similar, I guess. What'd he say? Fucking good for our listeners. Oh yeah.
I mean, this whole episode's kind of whack. So
yeah, right. So like he like quote tweets somebody about like a spoiler-free audience reactions to hashtag Spider-Man No Way Home, where people are just like going crazy and like throwing shit.
Yeah.
And Patrick just says the audience at the card counter 2 into the card counterverse when when William Calley reaches through the interdimensional rift and hands William Tell a 10 of spades.
I don't get it, but
into
I get
the
it.
card
Like,
counterverse.
I'm sure that that's funny. That's funny.
It's just like one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen.
Dude, speaking of bad movies, right before, or maybe, was it right after I got COVID that I watched The Matrix? No, it was before.
My god, yeah, it was, yeah. Dude,
right
that
before.
is like the most
That might be why I got
ham-fisted
COVID.
movie. Yeah, it gave you both COVID and cancer watching The
Dude,
Matrix
it was
Resurrections.
so bad. I was so upset at that stupid fucking movie. I don't know why I watched it. It finally had me convinced that there was like a chance that it would be cool.
Yeah.
And I had built up this hypothesis in my mind that they were going to do a cool twist, right?
Yeah.
And that the twist was going to be that, and I don't have this all fleshed out because at this point it doesn't even matter, right? Because the movie's out and it's not this.
It sucks.
But my idea of a twist was going to be that Neo was the villain.
Yeah.
And that it was going to somehow come about that, like, he had, crumpled the Matrix, whatever, but realized that, like, for whatever reason, humanity in Zion wasn't sustainable and that the best thing for people was to put them back into the Matrix.
Yeah.
And that he had done that, become the new head machine, but then had his own memory wiped and put himself back into the Matrix. And had the whole thing set up and automated.
That would be pretty cool.
Isn't that a cool idea? And then he was going to figure out over the course of the story that it was him. And he had to, like, disconnect himself to save everybody. And see, like, isn't that already, like, a better Matrix movie?
Yeah, but no, instead it was Lana Wachowski. Warner Brothers basically telling the Wachowskis that they were just going to do another Matrix with or without them. So Lana Wachowski made a movie about how she was mad that Warner Brothers was making them make another Matrix.
Right.
And so that's literally the plot of the movie.
Well, so here's the thing. You said this. You tweeted this. You were like, you said this in your review. You were like, the one thing that I like is that I agree with you for being mad at them, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, this movie's fucking terrible. Like, so
I was like, while I appreciate the contempt that Lana Wachowski has for her bosses at WB, it's just completely ham-fisted and like horrible. It sucks too, because honestly, the first 15 minutes or so were pretty cool, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool intro, and then it was just like baffling.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Well, no, okay, I got it. It was nothing
it's
deep there.
Impossible to not get.
And that's the part that also drives me crazy because I was going on to review it and gave it 1 star. I think out of 5.
Yeah, I did 1.5.
But then I saw that it had like an average of like 3.8 or something, and I was like, I have to know who's loving this movie right now. Like, I just need to know what they're saying because
who is just having time,
right.
like clapping like a seal, and
we're just like, Neo's back. Like, who's out there just pissing themselves with excitement? And there are lots of reviews that are just like, people that are really. I'm gonna see if I can find.
Well, dude, it's kind of like with the QAnon shit where they just keep saying that people's like favorite. Like, oh, and Michael Jackson's gonna be back,
right?
And Prince is gonna be back. It's just like everybody's like so just like fucking completely insane from the last few years that they just want their favorites to come back.
Yeah,
it's like all your favorites are gonna be back. We're gonna have Presley back, JFK at age 110, he's still president. Fucking like everybody just wants their favorites back,
dude. There's some of these, so there's some really long-winded reviews here, but I'll read some of the short, good ones. Patrick, who gave it 4.5 stars. I never would have guessed.
Of the pod, Patrick.
No. Different. This is random, Patrick. I never would have guessed this was exactly what I wanted from a new Matrix movie in 2021. But wow, I guess it is. 5 stars from David. His review just says, "Never in doubt." Like, these are just people who just like decided they were going to like it. There are so many threads at play here. The monopolization of media culture and how the general public is obsessed with the film you created, and yet they don't even understand it. The studio is moving ahead with a reboot, with or without you. Video game writers cracking jokes and playing ping pong, trying to define and spearhead the art that they grew up on, but didn't make. Or the desire to create something new is first defined by breaking out of tired, repetitious loops, a structure that is put in place so anyone that detaches from the binary is still lost in the labyrinth of code, unable to gain traction and find their way out. Back to the Matrix was utilized as a line in the trailer to hype up audiences, but in context, it's a sobering piece of dialogue. The only way forward is to reuse old lines of code and take the love of your life with you. What a fascinating film. As philosophically ambitious as it is weirdly clunky and weak in its action, Resurrection stumbles now and then, but it's paving a new path. It's time to walk it. 4 stars with a heart. Like, it's just...
clapping like a seal because your favorites are back.
Neo's back.
It's like, I'm sorry, man. I saw Matrix Revolutions. They fucking died pretty conclusively at the end.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
As I just spent 9 minutes being, like, just noticeably upset about it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I actually watched a bunch of movies this weekend. I watched The Last Duel as well. That Ridley Scott one. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That one was also pretty ham-fisted at times, I think. Probably could have gotten the point across.
I feel like it had to be. Like, it's like a big budget historical epic. They always lose something in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
I'll have to check that out. I like I like everyone in it.
Great cast.
Yeah.
It's very good acting too. It's just there's a few parts, and you'll notice it when you watch it, that there's very clearly a point that's being made, which I think is probably an important point about history.
Right. Which is that, like, depending on who's writing history, the truth is subjective.
And oftentimes it was, men writing it.
Right. Oh,
it's just
sure.
kind of like, like the movie is like structured into 3 chapters. First it's Matt Damon's viewpoint, and then it's Adam Driver's, and then it's I can't remember the actress name.
Is it
Comer, something Comer.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either.
Let me see. Yeah, Jodie Comer, and that's Jodie Comer's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it kind of stumbles a few times with really trying to, make that a point. But it was good. That was pretty good. Still gotta see Licorice Pizza before the end of the year. I'm trying to make my year-end list. My top movies of the year. I gotta see Licorice Pizza.
That's supposed
Still
to be
have
really
to see
good.
Last Night in Soho.
Oh, that's supposed to be really good too. That's like the Ghost
Ian,
movie, right?
Friend of the pod, Ian loved it.
That's like a horror movie, right?
It's definitely supposed to be weird.
She's
maybe
like
a horror.
seeing like the life of another.
Yeah,
I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah,
on like my last date with my ex before we broke up.
Yeah,
and I remember thinking that looked really cool, but I just like haven't been watching movies because I don't know. I don't love sitting and watching movies by myself quite as much as you do. Sometimes I'm in the mood, but So I just like haven't been doing it. And that was one that I remember seeing that trailer and being like, "Oh, that looks cool."
Yeah. Ian loves it.
I saw the trailer for that when I saw Candyman, which I thought was all right. I liked Candyman.
Yeah. Let's see. But I'll put together a little list too once I get all of them. But I got a few more to watch. Oh yeah, I want to see what was the other really good one or interesting one that I want to see? Can't remember. Whatever.
I just rewatched a movie that I've seen a bunch of times. It's one of my favorites, which is Yojimbo. You ever see Yojimbo?
I have not seen Yojimbo.
You haven't seen a lot of Kurosawa.
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
You haven't seen a single one?
Tragedy of Macbeth is the other one I want to see.
Oh, okay. That looks really good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
the
wicked
Denzel Washington Macbeth. Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I have keep seeing the trailer for that, and I like watch the whole trailer every time because it just looks fantastic. And here's the thing: he's a guy that like he's got the star appeal. He like has done the big blockbusters, but he's still like he is a powerhouse actor. Like Denzel rocks, and he's been in some really really good roles.
Yeah,
and he's absolutely got the chops for something like Shakespeare. Like I know he's going to be great. But also, I know he's like going to be able to give the people around him room to breathe to also be great, which is cool. He's like one of those guys who doesn't always have to be like the star of the show every second.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, and it's only one of the Coen brothers.
Yeah, I think this is the first time they've ever done that. Mm-hmm. I'm actually really excited to see it, and I know I'm probably going to love it.
Yeah.
And then and then go online and just like read all like the hot racist takes on a black Macbeth.
Yeah.
There was never a black king of Scotland.
Yeah, but Denzel, he did a Kenneth Branagh adaptation of Much Ado About Nothing in the 90s too.
Yes, and he played like an Italian noble or something.
Yeah. Which honestly, I don't understand why people care. Like, I think it would be much more interesting if people just like casted parts like that without any care as to who plays it.
Yeah.
You
just
know
like
what I mean?
the 1996 Disney Cinderella live action starring Brandy as Cinderella, who, I mean, let's just be honest, probably the hottest chick of the 90s, if you ask me. You know who Brandy is, right? From
I know who Brandy is, yes.
Okay. And then I think Prince Charming was like a Filipino guy.
Yeah.
You know? And I think even, luckily, I don't think the internet was quite as big back then, but I'm sure people would have been freaking out about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I make that point kind of as a joke. I know I saw that movie when I was like 7 years old, but it just cropped up on social media somewhere. Anyway, I saw my opportunity and I went for it.
Yeah. Dude.
One cool thing, I just ripped like hot ass. I can't smell. So like there's no repercussion. Like I literally can't smell. I could tell by the way that it felt that it smells awful, you know? And just nothing. There's nothing. Like I know I'm huffing my own farts right now, but I can't smell it.
Okay.
There are pros to COVID, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. You can sniff your own farts till your heart's content.
Yeah. There's actually a little bit lost in translation there, because part of the joy of sniffing your own farts is being mortified at your creation.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's being like hideously.
You just gotta bottle them up for when you're feeling better. Just fart into a mason jar.
Can you imagine just bottling farts? I just don't have anywhere to keep it. All my closets are too filled with piss, so I just can't.
Piss and toenails.
Yeah, piss, toenails, pubes.
All the trimmings that you don't want the gypsies to get, that make some kind of weird flesh golem of you.
I don't want to waste any of my leavings.
Yep.
What is a man? A miserable pile of pubes.
Yeah. Featherless biped.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had chicken parm for dinner tonight.
What's that? You did?
I did.
Chicken parm, dude. Oh, I made some, I made a couple chicken breasts with some red pepper paste on it. It was really good. Throw it in a frying pan with that, a little baked potato, and then some beans.
Nice. Oh, yeah, you got those, your mom sent you all those goodies, right?
Yeah. Since she's not going to be up until next month, she, as a pre-Christmas gift, sent me, like, a big cooler of, like, steaks and chicken, potatoes.
Yeah, man. That's sweet.
There were some apple tartlets in it that I have to try. I haven't tried that yet.
Ooh, my tartlet's delectable. Well, that first tartlet was so good, I think I'll sample another.
Just
I say, Mother, your tartlets are divine. Oh, dude, those voices, I can't do that shit.
Yeah. All right, well, I want to play some Pillars of Eternity before I go, so
okay.
Go to bed.
Well, thank you all for listening to this little mini episode of Left Unread. Sorry I am an idiot and got sick, but the episode 3 of Sengoku is done. It's ready to rock, so hopefully, like, end of this week, we'll be able to do it and get it out in time for the next one. And this is going to be a quick and easy edit, so I will have this one up, if not tonight, then tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Yeah, anything else?
No. I'm not going to tell you to tell people about us for this episode. We'll wait till there's a real episode.
Yeah, this one doesn't. You don't have to tell anyone.
Yeah, you don't have to tell people about this one.
This is just we figured we would at least try to do like a quick banter episode, so that
give you guys a little update. Wish everybody happy holidays.
Yeah,
and happy New Year. And 2022 is undoubtedly going to be year 3 of COVID. Probably another full year.
Yeah,
probably the worst one yet.
You really think it'll be the worst one yet?
What's that?
You think it'll be the worst one yet?
I mean, dude, no, there's no energy whatsoever with anybody in government anymore to do anything. The
Yeah,
fucking
that's
CDC
true.
just halved the time
Yeah.
that Americans have off if they have COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, as long as you don't have blood coming out of your mouth, back to work.
That's true.
So, I'm sure it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, dude, my work sent me a message within 12 minutes of them sending, they were like, "Hey, just so you know, like as soon as you're ready to come back, you can come back." And I was like,
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're like, I'm dying right now.
Well, I still have symptoms, so I can't go back. Like,
No, you
even
can
by
go
their
back
own-
with symptoms. The
No.
CDC guidance. It fucking says as long as the symptoms are going down, even if you still have them, as long as the fever's gone and the symptoms are going down.
oh,
Yeah.
I thought
No,
that
that's a thing.
was like if there's no. I thought it was like if you have symptoms,
Nope.
10 days. If you have no symptoms, 5 days.
No. It is if your symptoms are going down and you don't have a fever, 5 days back to work.
Huh. Well, whatever. I'm not. Like I said, I could have gone back today. I need some more time. I'm tired after this.
Yeah, and your job requires you to talk to people all night.
Yep.
Imagine if you just start hacking up along.
Well, that's the thing. I'm going to like that. I don't
Yeah.
think that's going to go away, even after I'm not contagious. I think I'm going to have shortness of breath, and I think I'm going to have a cough for a little while.
Yeah, probably.
It's
Yeah, I
just
know
gonna
people
be-
who got COVID and they had like a cough for like 2 months.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have like a persistent cough. I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. We'll see you
Yep.
next week. Don't get COVID, and if you do, take care of yourself. And if you don't, I mean, more power to you. Like, fuck
Yep.
it. May as well just die now.
Yep. Well, yep. Have a safe and happy new year, and we'll see you in 2022.
Yeah, may as well just die now. Huh?
Bye.
Bye.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one.